Yo, 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 it is the 13th, Sunday, January 2012. I always say this, one day I'm just going to say 2013, 13 January Sunday, because I never say it right, I've only been reporting news not too long, and I think that, I'm getting better, I guess. You get better with practice, and like they say, fake it till you make it, haha. Coffee is a good thing. It's a good substitute for other things I used to do. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I can't even really stand the sight of one anymore because, when you really do read the Word of God, it really does heal you. And I was smoking cigarettes from the age of 17 years old. You have to understand that tobacco and the chemicals that they pump into the tobacco get you addicted, legitimately addicted. But I never thought in my life I would never want a cigarette like the way that I do now, because I used to smoke cigarettes regularly, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, packs sometimes. For someone like me to turn my life around, I have faith in all of you out there that you have ears, that you have eyes, that you have a heart, that you're willing to accept the truth, that you're willing to stand up and rise to the occasion of your destiny on this world. We're not meant to live in Candyland. We're not meant to live these shallow, materialistic, unsatisfying lives that the media has really shoved down our throat. Being famous is important. Having money is important. Well, it is, but it's not the most important thing. There's a fine line between the love of money and, you know what I mean? It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. That's the line. It's not money, but the love of money. We really live in the Twilight Zone. Gun critics challenge to be without their guns. The government tries to treat us like we're Truman Burbank from the movie The Truman Show. They try to, when you look at Piers Morgan and he's pretending to act perfectly normal when we already know he's full of it. We're living in the Truman Show. We just need to show them that we're not asleep anymore. Gun critics challenge to be without their guns. We think they should demonstrate their belief in their own programs, by Bob Unruh. Well said, Mr. Bob Unruh. All you people calling for our guns, why don't you try it yourself and see how you like it? Because all the people who are calling for our guns are people who admit to have armed security around them and their kids all the time. If that's not a hypocrite, I don't know what is. A spokesman for a foundation that successfully has battled in court to uphold the Constitution's Second Amendment is challenging not only politicians but celebrities who think the American public should be disarmed to go without their own firearms protections. Yeah, like you morons, like Chris Rock. Chris Rock, you lost all respect, in my opinion. You lost all your respect, okay? I don't care how funny you were I don't care how ridiculously funny you were in the past. And you have made me laugh, my friend. You made me roll on the floor, holding my sides, laugh. But when you come out and tell me that I don't care about little kids because I'm not an idiot and I don't want to give up my guns, then you, sir, are the idiot. You're a traitor and you're an idiot, okay? We're not living in fantasy land like you, okay? We're living in real life. We're not going to give up our guns, okay? I don't care what guilt trip you give me. I don't care whatever you say. I know what happens when you give up your guns. Especially when your government looks like something out of North Korea. That would include Joe Biden's shotgun, said Alan Gottlieb, Executive Vice President of the Second Amendment Foundation, and the armed security now enjoyed by Senators Chuck Schumer and Dianne Feinstein and Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi. He said such leading opponents of gun ownership should begin the process and lead by example through repudiation, or any of their own firearms as well as the armed security they now have. It seems clear from the direction the administration is going that it wants to severely restrict the rights of law-abiding gun owners to purchase the firearms of their choice, Gottlieb said, and we think they should demonstrate their belief in their own programs by giving up their firearms and security first. And do you morons in Hollywood making movies I mean, I like the movie The Watch. That's a cool movie. It's funny. It's way funnier than I thought it was going to be with Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn and Jonah Hill and the one British guy. I mean, that's a funny movie, but they paint the gun owner patriot to always be a redneck that is just waiting for somebody to step a toe onto their property because he's waiting for you with a double-barrel shotgun. That is the way they paint us patriotic, Second Amendment, freedom-loving, red-blooded Americans, dude. That's how they treat us. That's how they want everyone to view us as. Redneck, paranoid rednecks. That's what they want us to look like. I mean, the media is going to demonize gun owners whether you want them to or not. The hard left controls the mainstream media. That's why you have black mobs going around murdering and raping people, because those are all the people that listen to MTV and whatever moronic things that they put on the TV these days. And those are, whatever, man. Do your own math. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. You put gang violence on TV and you put gangster culture into the music. What are you going to get? You're going to get copycats. You put people shooting up schools on the news. What are you going to get? Copycats. It's advertisement. It is advertisement. If they were advertising good Christian principles on TV, we wouldn't have to deal with all this garbage right now. I mean, really, you wouldn't have to deal with any of this because people would be probably gravitating toward that. But you see how you are, in every single direction, you're under attack. If you are a Christian patriot, you are under attack everywhere you look. And I mean, I'm not making this up. I don't want nobody to, but I mean, that is a blessing, my friend. Those are your Goliaths. Look at your problems like they're your Goliaths. You're going to conquer them. God already ordained it for you to conquer it. So don't doubt it. Don't doubt it for a second. When you have all these issues, it's just more blessings being waited to be poured up on top of you. The issue is in the headlines right now because anti-gun politicians, including President Obama, are trying to capitalize on the horror following the school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, that left 20 children and 6 adult victims. Who's the person who said you should never let a tragedy go to waste? Here's a perfect example. I'm not going to read this. This is gun critics challenging to be without their guns. I mean, they're being challenged to do what they're trying to do to everyone else. They're trying to tell you, because in a way, this is like us getting their guard down. Oh yeah, we should give up our guns? Why don't you try it? They're not going to do that. They live in fear. They are liberals, quote unquote liberals. Liberals today are the most pencil-necked chicken. I'm not going to say the word. I mean, if you're praying for me out there, I honestly thank you so much, because I don't even feel like cussing today. I'm on fire, but I'm not going to cuss today. I'm not going to let myself cuss. But I mean, these liberals are a bunch of cowards, man. They live in fear, and then they try to bully everyone around and give lectures to everyone about how they should live in fear too. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, a good example is Bill Gates. Look at Bill Gates. He's the nerdiest, most I don't know, man. He's a nerd. He's a nerd looking. He looks like he got bullied in school a lot. He looks like a girl never had in his life ever had come up to him in his entire life. Why do you think he talks about depopulation all the time? Because he's a nerd and nobody likes him. I mean, that's what happens in life when you're treated like garbage. You then become garbage, and then you want to be throwing your garbage on top of everyone else. I mean, it's ridiculous. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, if I went to school with him, if I knew him, I'd be nice to him. I was nice to a lot of people that people were mean to in school. I used to stick up for the mentally challenged kid that was getting picked on. I used to stand up for the nerd that was getting picked on. I used to make myself their friend so that they would seem cool, because I was okay, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but in high school, I was pretty much one of the most popular kids. So I would sometimes go up to these nerds that get picked on and get beat up, and I would pretend like I was cool with them, so then everyone would think that they're cool. You know, like, that's what you really should be doing out there to your fellow man. I mean, some of us are blessed on the outside and some of us aren't, man. And you should be very grateful if you were blessed to be a good-looking person, but and to be socially, you know, like you get along socially and everyone likes you and they respect you. Some people, it's not so easy for them to be respected socially. They're socially awkward. They're very shy. There's a lot of things that come into play, but people like Bill Gates never had a friend in their life. They never had a girlfriend in their life. They've been picked on their entire life. So now you get an evil genius that is looking at you through your Xbox cameras, the ones that are motion censored. He is looking at you through that thing now. He is spying on you through those little those motion detector things on the Xboxes. That's creepy, my friend. It's because they're surveillancing you to see what kind of person you are, because, I mean, they're doing that to every house in America right now. They are looking at what kind of people live in what kind of houses, what neighborhoods, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in a neighborhood where you're surrounded by yuppies, you need to get out of there. You need to be surrounded by people who are empowered, who know their rights, who are not afraid to stand up to tyranny. Because if you're surrounded by yuppies, they're going to deliver you to the hands of your enemies, my friend. I mean, you need to read the Bible, you need to read history if you don't believe me. Because the people who are scared of the government coming to take them, they're going to put you up for grabs first. You're going to be their human shield. Because you're the only one telling them they're all wrong and they shouldn't be like bowing down to all this. But instead, they're going to give in to fear and they're going to give you up in hopes that they're going to be saving themselves. You don't think that this could happen? Believe me, if Joseph's older brothers would sell him into slavery, then what do you think? If the devil tempted Jesus, what do you think, man? You're not special when it comes to the devil. He's going to tempt you too, and he's going to come after you too. And when it comes to fear in this world from the government, if you're living in a house where people where they're not informed and they don't want to know about all this, you're in trouble. Those are the people that are going to get played off against you, my friend, in the end. I mean, whatever, man. I mean, I hope that I'm not right, but, I mean, I can see with my own two eyes what's in front of me. I don't need, that much help to see what the results of what I see is going to be. It's going to be that. You have the awake and you have the asleep. You have those that know. I mean, it's a lot to know. The Constitution and the rights that we have, the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence, all of the laws that we live under, that's a lot of stuff to know. So if you're not even if you don't even have anywhere to start from and you don't know anything, you are absolutely going to be played off against people who know right from wrong. I mean, if you want to read this article, it's Gun Critics Challenge to Be Without Their Guns. Civil War, man. I mean, this is all the making of a civil war in the country of the United States. But it's not going to be started by us. You understand that, right? It's not going to be started by the people. It's going to be started by the government. They want to take our guns away. They want our guns taken away now. And you wonder why.